Hey crew, today we're talking about carbohydrates, specifically what they do, how much you need, how we can use them to fuel our workouts. Carbs have gotten a pretty bad reputation over the years between keto, low carb diets, not eating them past 5 p.m. You've heard it all. If you're lifting, running, doing intervals, walking, simply need some energy, carbohydrates are incredibly important. Carbs are your body's preferred fuel source for moderate to high intensity exercise. So instead of thinking how many fewer carbs I can eat, start thinking about what carbohydrates I can be eating to fuel the activity that I'm asking my body to do. What exactly is a carbohydrate? Carb is one of the 3 main macronutrients that your body needs to perform at its best. Protein helps us with muscle repair and muscle building. Fats for hormone levels, absorbing vitamins and nutrients. Carbohydrates are for energy. When we eat carbohydrates, our body automatically starts to break it down into its simplest form, which is glucose. We use glucose for energy right away. When we're not using glucose, it's stored in our muscle tissue and our liver as glycogen. When we start lifting, running, swimming, doing any form of exercise, those stored carbohydrates are broken down into glucose so our bodies can use them. What are some good carbohydrate sources? You'll find carbohydrates in fruits, rice, oats, bread, pasta, cookies, candy, whole grain. For your everyday meals, stick with rice, potatoes, fruits, vegetables. They have fiber, minerals, and vitamins. Around your workouts, you may intentionally choose simpler, fast digesting carbohydrates, gummy candies. You need a quick burst of energy. So it's not about making carbohydrates complicated. It's about choosing food that makes sense for what you're asking your body to do. So how many carbohydrates do you need? It'll be a little bit different for everyone based on your body size, activity level, your age, but generally a person working out once a day, about 40% of your overall caloric intake be from carbohydrates. Someone eating about 1,800 calories a day, 180 grams of carbohydrates per day. For some of you, that might seem like a lot. Actually, if you have been in this mentality of cut carbs or limit them, please remember that you're using your carbs to fuel your exercise, fuel your energy, fuel your life. Trying to train harder, run longer, you need a higher intake. You might even need a greater intake than 40%, closer to 50. Let's start by eating some carbohydrate for workout. Feeding your muscles carbohydrate allows your body to push heavier, quality repetition, maintain intensity, recover between sets, run faster or longer, and finish feeling strong and not depleted. So 1 to 3 hours before you train for anywhere between 20 to 60 grams of carbohydrate. Now that depends on how long your session is. So if it's 60 minutes, I'd get 60 carbs. If it's 30 minutes, I get 30 carbs. Have a gram of carbohydrates per minute that you are working out. Great examples are going to be a banana and some yogurt, oatmeal and berries, toast and eggs, bagel and cottage cheese, rice and chicken, fruit and pretzels. Closer you get to your workout, simpler you want your carbohydrate. You want something with a bunch of fiber. You want to make sure that it's digested easily, that your stomach isn't upset. Endurance athletes, you now need to consume carbohydrate while you train. I think over an hour, important that you have fast digesting carbohydrate with you. Every 30 minutes, get about 30 grams of carbohydrates. That could be in the form of a sports drink, a banana, a couple of date fruit snacks, gels, and maybe some Swedish fish post-workout. I want you to have a balanced meal. Workout's over, time for protein and a carbohydrate. Doesn't have to be complicated. Chicken, rice and veggies, eggs, toast and fruit, turkey sandwich with a piece of fruit, Greek yogurt, berries and granola, or smoothie with banana, some protein powder, and some oats. What I want you to take from this is carbohydrates aren't something to be avoided. There's something we can use. Start around 40% of your total caloric intake. Get plenty of everyday carbs from fruits, vegetables, whole grains, rice, oats, beans, and potatoes. Fueling prior and post-workout or workouts are 60 minutes or more. Make sure you're having at least 30 grams of carbohydrate every half hour. If you want to lift heavy things, if you want to perform well, if you want to run the marathon, you have to fuel your muscles. You need energy for those workouts. Eat the carbohydrate and put them to work.